Hello, my name's Joe and I'm deafblind and I'm a printmaker. You may be wondering how I got involved in the arts sector. It all started about 4 years ago when I went along to TAFE at Melbourne Polytechnic and I enrolled in a visual arts course. I tried my hand at painting, which I quite enjoyed. I did some drawing, which I got involved in. And over time, I completed my certificates 2, 3 and 4, and now I'm completing my diploma level in 4th year at the Council of Adult Education in the city. Able Australia provided me with an arts therapist, and it was actually my arts therapist who encouraged me to apply for a Thrive grant through a local government council. I wasn't familiar with the process, and to be quite honest, I couldn't be bothered, but she encouraged me, and I finally built up the energy to fill out my application form and submit it through the local council. A couple of months later, I was told that I was successful in achieving the Thrive grant. And apparently throughout the whole of Victoria, only 3 or 4 candidates were eligible and selected. I was quite shocked and humbled by that experience. The Port Phillip Council, as a requirement of the grant, expected that I would head down to the South Melbourne and Emerald Hills area to take photographs of various images that I could potentially produce as lino cuts. And 7 of those pieces would be put on display for exhibition. With the printmaking process, I'll just explain that to you. So first of all, as you heard before, I had to head down to the local area at South Melbourne and take photographs of various buildings and images, particularly the heritage buildings that I was interested in South Melbourne. And then after that, I headed home and I needed to plan and basically print out copies of these images and create collages. So there was quite a bit of planning involved in the collage process, and then I had to select the image or images that suited my perspective in terms of a deafblind person having tunnel vision and producing images in the way I could see them. Then the next stage was to digitalise these images because they needed to be flipped over or reversed, if you like, for the purposes of printing, for screen printing. So through that process, I would work doing the lino cuts. If you think about engraving, it's a very similar process. So I'd need to do the lino cuts from the images, and then I had to head over to the press studio to actually do the press work for the purposes of the ink that you can see there in the image. And it had to be printed out on specialised paper, and you'll see how these pieces were produced in the video next to me. And that's the process of printmaking. The big challenge for me in doing this and being a printmaker, it has been being deafblind. It's not an easy process. It takes many hours of planning, the photographs, creating collages, the lino cuts, and trying to overcome those barriers that I have with my tunnel vision. First of all, considering my eyes would get sore often and I'd need to take regular breaks. So there were regular breaks throughout my artwork. My hand would often get sore. It is tiring using those tools for hours on end. And one lino cut image generally takes about 70 to 80 hours to produce, just for one piece. So I needed to do it slowly. It was quite a grueling process, but I was able to overcome those barriers and produce these beautiful artworks. It's great. As you can see, my dream was achieved by producing this wonderful art, and Gasworks will be displaying my artwork on exhibition to demonstrate to everybody that this is not only my achievement, but also for all deafblind people to understand and know that they are able and capable to do anything, whether it's drawing, painting, lino cuts like I've done here. Deafblind people can do absolutely anything.